Hi social media friends and Instagrammers and Facebookers and YouTubers. Today we're going to do something that's really easy and everyone sort of does it, but they do it differently. I'm going to cook Duncan's world famous spaghetti bolognese. And it's really easy. I'm going to show you how to prepare it all in less than 5 minutes, and after 90 minutes on the stove and cooking up the spaghetti, you're going to have an award-winning dinner. Here we go. Well, the first thing we'll start with is an onion, but I'll quickly show you the ingredients. So we've got minced beef, we've got minced pork, we have the onion, of course. We've got my favorite Tabasco, a little bit of oregano, basil, Italian herbs, basil, and garlic. Now this is all done, pre-made, so it's really easy. Salt, pepper, a little bit of vino. I only had white wine left. You can use red, but I'm using white today. And of course, good extra virgin olive oil. First off, we'll just do the onion. And key to cutting onions is to doing them really fast. So you don't want to get the onion vibe in your eyes. So the secret is to use really fast. See these onions, we've chopped them up we've diced them fairly small. They're going to go over there, no mucking around. Now we'll start off with a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. If I can get these things working. Quite a bit of salt, I like a bit of salt in there. Same with pepper. I would normally use a pepper grinder, but we don't have that kind of thing in action here. Tabasco sauce, a few big dollops there. I'd like to use a bit of Worcestershire sauce as well, but haven't got any here today. So these kind of pre-made things, they're terrific. Italian herbs, a big bleh, basil, bleh, and garlic. Lots of garlic as well. So obviously lots and lots of olive oil. Probably should have put that in first, but doesn't matter, hey? Beggars can't be choosers, we're just beginners, okay? There we go, so there's lots and lots of oil. I'm gonna get that on the stove. Once you've got that sort of moving around a little bit, you've got to sort of reduce it a little bit so it gets soft and mushy. But probably haven't quite got enough olive oil in there. So I'm gonna whip a bit more in there. And just keep it stirring. We'll do this for literally 1 or 2 minutes. Yeah, as you can see, we're starting to brown quite nicely here. So what I'm going to do is, straight away, in goes the pork. Over the pan, please. And in goes the beef. And I'm just going to work this onion right into them like this as I break them around. Now, you may think this looks ridiculous, but it actually works really well. Because you brown the meat at the same time, and you infuse these 2 different types of meat with all these yummy flavours with the onion and the little condiments and the garlic. Get them all going. Maybe a little bit more oil there. And just to keep us honest, where's the white wine? It is white wine. It won't stew, it'll actually cook, most of that cook off. As you can see, this is just starting to brown off a little bit. I always like to put a good teaspoon of sugar. I like to use just brown sugar, but you can use raw sugar. And that takes any extra flavour out of the meat. It takes a sort of a bitter flavour out, especially when you've got other things going into it. Just makes it beautiful and sweet. Next go our tomatoes. I think 1 loaf will do, that's a big double can. If you want it more tomato, you can put another can in. If you want it more meaty, you just leave it. That's the equivalent of 2 normal 320 gram cans, or whatever they are. It's a big one. You can see that colour's already coming into it now. And we're almost ready to put that down on a low simmer and just let it go. We'll just put a little bit of oregano in here now, a nice little sprinkle. Now that we've got everything softened up, it should be really good. And that's been pretty well mixed in. So I'm going to turn the heat right down. And literally just so it's just burbling, and the lid goes on, nice and neat, and we'll leave that, we'll actually stir it every 5 minutes or so. We're going to leave this for about 90 minutes, and the colours will change and all those beautiful flavours will get infused into the meat. It's going to be unreal. See you in a minute. Welcome back. Now, bolognese has been cooking for just over an hour, and I've taken the lid off, so this will reduce a little bit, just get some of that moisture out. Here I've got a pot of almost boiling water, and I've got a little bit of olive oil in there and some salt. I'll pop just a bit of spaghetti in there. Oh, it's a bit out of control. And this is going to cook for about 15 minutes until it's al dente. And after that, we'll serve it up. We should be ready. Well, our pasta's ready. We've even got someone here who looks like he's just about ready to give it a sample, but no way. Okay, it's not too hot. Pop over here. Pasta's al dente, which should be great. So, very simple meal. Really 90 minutes to cook, but really only 5 minutes to put the ingredients together. Nice drain spaghetti properly. I always like to make a little hole, if I can there. Put a bit of Bolognese in there. And just a little, I could go for Parmesan. I'm not a big fan, but some people like the Parmesan. A little bit of parsley there. And Duncan's homemade spaghetti, an absolute ripper. Try it for yourself. See you next time.